Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If you are still enjoying the series, please do drop a big old like on the video, that'd be fantastic. Now, before we get, actually, nope, don't need to do anything like that, we could just get straight into some highlights today. It's been a very, I've got some explanations that I kind of feel like we've kind of worked out at this point, but we need to talk about that in a sec. So enjoy the highlights of what we've played, and I'll show you guys what I mean in a minute. Conceded a gap and there's a goal coming here. Toure whips it all the way across. Williams at the back post, and that is 1-0 Southampton. Why couldn't they have just done that in normal time? Now we've wasted loads more energy. God damn it. 1-0. Ooh. And there we go. 1-0 Southampton. I mean, that's to be expected. I just wish we didn't have to go extra time, frankly. Well, there we go, 0-0. Brian Gomez somehow managed to get himself sent off what appeared to be after the game had already finished, but there we go. So, 0-0. Cardiff actually had Balanta and Fierro. It's like a casual FM player is in charge of Cardiff City. Man's through here, do not let him score. Good block. Oh god, he scored on the rebound anyway. We've not been good enough today, and we trail 1-0 to Southampton. We can't score anymore. We just aren't scoring goals anymore. That's our main problem. Vieto's through, blocked, Fernandez on the rebound, and it's another goal for Southampton. They've been the better side today. They're a lot better than us. We can't score. We don't look like attacking. Nothing we're doing is making any difference, and it's a really poor performance in general. Ramselaar with the corner. Kirk across, and Kirk's got one back for us. Well, we don't really deserve it, but Adam Kirk has got a goal back. Maybe we can build a bit of a counter, not a counter on it. Redmond's cross. Headed away. Colker, oh dearie me. How has Stephen Colker, of all people, managed to finish it from that angle when he's not even facing the ball? But there you go. What, 3-1 to Southampton? Well, there we go, 3-1 Southampton. I just think that having no good players for quite a long time has shattered up the team's confidence so much that now even when we do get them back, we just can't buy a goal or a win. Got Fabio into the channel. Can he slip it through from Fabio's got it? Fabio can turn. Fabio can score. Brilliant goal from Fabio. That's what he's done when he's played that. Holding onto the shoulder of the last defender, getting in behind him. We've got a deserved lead. Brilliant stuff. Look at the space out wide. Slips it through for Marley though. Marley's in, and Marley's made it 2-0. Wimbledon are finally going to get a win. We've only won 1 in 16 league games, which is outrageous, but we're still 11th, ridiculously. And that will do it. 2-0 to Wimbledon. We needed that win dearly. Right guys, we're back, and before we do anything, question of the day. And today's question is one I'm actually throwing in because I believe it is New Year's Day today when you guys watch this. Obviously it isn't when I'm recording it, but you get what I mean. So I want to know your New Year's resolutions, regardless, just in anything. Like mine is basically I want to lose a lot more weight, get into a better shape as well. And regarding videos, I just want to make sure in theory that I put out at least one video every single day for the entire year. That's the plan. Anyway, I know that was my plan last year as well, but unfortunately getting ill, can't really do much about that, and I'm still not better yet. That's one of the reasons I haven't been able to stream, is because in the evenings I still get so fatigued, and that's what I would be able to, that's the only time I can stream, and that's why it's still been a thing that I've not started really regularly doing it, and that's been the main reason for it basically, guys, because I do want to do it. It's just, it's so knackering when you get to the evening, and then you'd have to, you can understand what I mean by that. But anyway, we're 11th in the league still. Despite all of that, you know, we actually went on a spell where we'd won 1 game in 16 before the Middlesbrough match. And that shows you how well we started this season, basically, if that's how many points, you know, if that's how far we could fall and still only be 11th in the league. It's quite good in a way that we've been able to do that, but still, I'd rather not. But the thing is, I think what happened is, well, one of the things that happened is, obviously we got the injuries, and that then meant that we had no firepower. So we've still not been bad defensively. You may have seen us been conceding a lot of goals, but the fact is, we've conceded 42 this year so far, still the 9th best defensive record in the league. The one area that we're struggling now is the attacking side of the game. We're not scoring many goals, and I think the problem is that, you know, we lost some of our strikers for a while, and we really were struggling in that sense, and there was not a lot coming from the players behind them either. And now that they're back, the morale of the squad has been so low because of that they're just struggling to find their feet in their form at the moment. And I feel like we've probably done enough to stay up, or we certainly will. We're 9 points above the drop zone now with 7 matches to go. I think we'll be fine, personally. But because this is why I was looking down, basically, because I just felt like second seasons can be very difficult, particularly if you get a few injuries. So one of the things I'm looking for in the summer this year is wingers, because I feel like, you know, we just don't have enough backup in those wing roles. You know, we've had to play Cleverley and Honda at times on the wing when we should have been playing Aga and Shala. Shala's played a bit more lately, but you know what I mean. So I want to look for some really strong wingers and maybe go out and sign a couple of real ones. That's the only area I want to look for that. The rest of it, I'm going to be looking for squad players that are going to be decent-ish now, but have lots of potential. Regens, those are the sort of players I want to bring in, because we just don't have the squad depth yet, and that's an area that we're really looking at hopefully improving. Now, Liestel has finally left. I say finally left, he hasn't actually left. We had a youth intake as well, and if you just want to have a little look at our currency, you'll see that Duarte's is actually our best player. We had a youth intake, nothing in it as usual, but I'm improving the youth facilities, but as I've already said loads of times, it isn't going to happen. We're not going to get any youth players come through that are any good because our youth facilities are so bad. I think someone showed me that they start off with like a 2 or a 3 out of 20, so yeah, and each time you improve it, it goes up by 1, I think. So, you know, it's not going to happen in this save, unfortunately. So, yeah, Looking at the actual stats, which is what we're more interested in, copy of overall. Right, yeah, there we go. So top goal scorer at the moment is Marley with 11 in 21. It's really dropped off a little now because he hasn't had a decent strike partner. Assists, Ramselaar has 10, but we're just not scoring enough goals. Last 5 matches, it's been all about Manquillo, really, and he's not even really done that well in that time period. So, yeah, but Liestel is joining Celtic. They've actually managed to agree a contract with him. I don't know how, because it probably was on stupid money. Now, Newcastle are actually playing a 4-4-2, but according to my scout report, they are weak against this type of system. So, I'm also not going to put Cleverley in. We're going to put Schala in from the start. Now, obviously, Schala is just a better player. The reason I've been playing Cleverley there is because he actually did all right there. He may not be that suited for that role, but he had the best cross completion on the team, so can't really argue with that. But I just wish we had someone better in this role here. But we just don't. Honda's having to play there because where else the hell am I going to play him? You know, I can't play him there because Duarte's better. I can't play him there because Ramselaar's better. And we don't have anyone on this right wing, so he basically has to fill in. That's the way it works. Against Middlesbrough, this is the first time I've actually seen this entire save. My scout report told me that they were weak through the middle. It's always the wings where the assists come from, but Middlesbrough actually were weak, and we tried it, and as you saw from that game, we were brilliant and deserved the win. But it just... I don't know. We need more results like that, basically. It's going to be difficult. I actually have a horrible feeling we're going to lose against Newcastle today, to be honest, because we're going to go control for this one, though, because we're a better side in theory. We're doing better in the league anyway, so I'd like to think that we'd be okay. But I really don't know. Ribeiro has an assist, which is rather cool. Must have been a very long pass. Fabio is now back to full fitness, but I don't know, like, I'm worried, basically. I feel like we'll stay up. I think the Middlesbrough win has given us enough points to, with what we've got left anyway, that we would, in theory, unless we were to lose all our remaining games, probably still stay up with the points that we've got, given that, if you notice, West Brom have got 27 points on the board. So it seems a little bit unlikely, particularly if we were to get anything against Newcastle today, particularly if we won this game. We win this, and I think that's us safe. But I don't expect us to. That's the problem. Cabella. Duarte does really well there. I've messed with the throwing instructions again a little bit, and I'm hoping... I haven't seen any horrible goals conceded from it yet, or even any highlights caused by it, so that's a bonus. But the thing is, we can't put them as short throws, because our actual throwing tactic is a long throw. Whoa, he's gone to set... Whoa, okay. Sorry, I did not see that at all. I was just assumed it was a normal foul. Right, we've got 10... Right, they've got 10 men. They're going one man up top. I'm going to just close them down a little bit more and try and really push at them. We've got 75 minutes against 10 men here. This is a must-win match now. We were looking like the better side already, but now we need to absolutely step this one up. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is take a little look at the Prozone stats. Okay then. I'm sorry, I've never seen a team not make a key pass like that. Okay, right side is definitely looking like our best angle, but I'm actually just going to leave it as open as I can for now, and then we'll target it at half time if we're still not looking like breaking through. Basically, that's the plan. Right, here we go. Honda from the corner. Just get the lead, then we'll be good. And it's... Oh god, it's going to be one of those games I can just tell we're going to hit the post with every single chance, aren't we? The problem we've had a lot of the time is we've actually created decent chances in some of the games, and the players just haven't been putting them away. Marley's missed some more one-on-ones. Cabella now for Newcastle. Great tackle from Manquillo. Okay, so 33 minutes on the clock. Newcastle have done nothing so far. We're going to have to try and target this. We cannot afford to let a chance like this slip away. We're going to look for the overlap as well, because it allows us to get more players forward against these 10 men. We've got to push and just might up the tempo against them at half-time, depending on... It's all about getting that first goal. Even if we have to win this game 1-0, I don't care. A win is a win is a win. Right, we're not looking very good at shooting on target here, and the problem is, upping the tempo will actually lower that. And Fabio's been having a lot of shots so far. 5 shots and he's not hit the target with any of them, which is a worry. We're at half-time. We've got to win this. However, I've seen so many times this year, teams go down to 10 men and then they are just excellent against you. Against Palace, I think it was last season, they went down to 10 men and then they just turned into fucking Barcelona. So, let's take a little look. What can we do here? Oh, that's not what I wanted. What can I do from Fabio? Is he already set to shoot less? He is. Right. Could you do that then, Fabs? Promise, you'll love it. Okay, so I'm actually going to put Reeves back up here and put him as a box-to-box midfielder, because we need a little bit more support up there, essentially. I don't know if I can put Duarte on attacking as well. Just try and get more players into an attacking third and get some more players running forward, basically. That's my idea anyway. If we can do that, that'd be fantastic, because Newcastle have only got one man up top. They're going to be trying to hit him with every ball, basically, and we've just got to allow that to happen, and oh, God's sake. Damaged shoulder. I can't. The reason I can't afford to keep him on, he's not having a great game anyway, but the main reason is because I don't want that injury to get any worse. He's not actually had a good game, and maybe having Marley up top will do us a favour, because Newcastle have offered nothing. And if we don't win this game and they don't have a single shot, that will be the epitome of the problems we've suffered this year. Like, creating opportunities relatively well and then just not taking them. And that's been the main problem. Calm down, guys. We're like 60 minutes into the game now. We're still not... Right. They're playing a 4-4-2. Maybe we should try and go through the middle. I know this sounds stupid. Just push the tempo a tiny bit here. Oh my god. I know what's going to happen. I can tell we're not going to win this. And... because we're not going to create a single highlight-worthy chance. That's going to be the problem in this match. I can already tell. I'm actually tempted to get Charlotte off and Cleverly in there, to be honest, because he's just better at crossing. And Masek's done well lately. I know that's our best area of the pitch, though. Maybe we shouldn't mess with that. But maybe Anderson off. He's not had the best game. Get Bernardo on for a little while just to finish. Oh. Wait, what? Hang on. What have I done now? Right. Marley's coming on. Yeah. And that's very confusing. Right, surely we can just... What did I do? Did I accidentally take off Radek Marley? Okay. I'm going to tell them to push for... Oh, yes I can. They're looking good. Everything about this game says we should be winning it, but we're just not dominating in the way that I would like. See, what I wish I'd done would have been to switch to a 4-4-2 and try to just hammer it through them, and I might be tempted to do that anyway, because what we're doing at the moment is not conventionally working. Oh, hello. Oh, shit, what happened there? The problem is, now, we've not got a striker on the team, I don't think. And Duarte isn't really ideal for that role. Shit. It's a really tough situation. Hang on, move those across there. I just feel like there's something to be gained from this game more than a point. I feel like we should be winning this game. We're going to try and go through the middle. We're going to exploit... I know that sounds contradictory, but that sometimes actually works quite well for me. I just think like this game is not going to be ours. I feel like we're going to end up... They'll end up scoring against us or some bullshit. We've been... I say we've been good enough, but we haven't really, because we've not created any clear-cut opportunities. We've only created a lot of half chances. And that's the... sort of like a microcosm, like it's a metaphor for the way we've played. What are you doing? Just run. You're a goalkeeper. Oh my god. Like, in before it goes straight over the top and Charlie Adams him. A 0-0 draw here is not good enough in a game that we should be winning, basically. And these are the problems that have plagued us for most of the rest of the year. 0-0. We've had enough chances to win that game. Admittedly, none of them are clear cut, but no, we were not good enough. I'm sorry. I don't care. We had an extra man against them for the entire game. We should be winning. And these are the results that are going to eventually just, we just don't look like we've got goals in our game at the moment. And it's a real problem. Fabio's injury, again, is not going to be a good one. This had better not be a serious injury. We'll check it now, actually, since we've got extra time. But I think it's just going to be a really tough season for us, basically. We probably end up finishing somewhere like 11th or 12th. And that's the same as last year. So as long as we're not going backwards, we're actually looking better in some respects. Like, we're looking better defensively. Yes, we're not looking anywhere near as good going forward, but that's what happens when you strengthen the defensive side of things and go to a more defensive style, particularly in those away games. Now, I think that we need to get, basically, fit strikers, and that's one thing we've really struggled to have this year. So many injuries to our strike forces. We're still the most injured team in the entire division, and it's not doing us any favours, let's put it that way. Let's check this out and see. Report on Fabio, damaged shoulder, that's 3 weeks. That's another, basically, 3 or 4 matches he's going to miss. It's not been the return that I'd hoped for. Notice how his hair's gone back to that again. He's brilliant. He's gone back to his flamboyant haircut, but it's just going to be a tough end of the season, I think. And we're going to have to try and strengthen across the summer again, but this is what I was saying. You know, we can't be expected to challenge for the Europa League. You know, the way I look at it is this. If you want to watch someone win, I'm not the person for that. I'm not going to win every game. That's not how it is. Yes, we've had some of that earlier in the season, in the save, but that's just not how it's going to be now. You know, I play the game as transparently and fairly as I can for you guys, and that's just going to be one of the things that happens sometimes. Sometimes we're not going to have good runs. We're going to need to finish off with some real form. Who have we got left? Oh, goody. We've got Arsenal, Man United next, which are both, in theory, losable games. By that, I mean, it's a free hit, essentially. Villa at home, that is the must-win game. That is the one that will see us over the line to 40 points. But then we've also got Chelsea away, which is a complete screwfest. Then we've got Palace and QPR. Palace at home, winnable. QPR away, winnable. So we might actually finish off, if we were to win 3 of those games, we technically have 46 points, which would be 1 more than last year. But the point is, it's going to be, I just think the injuries have plagued us so much this year, and the form as a result of that has been shocking. And I've not had any friendlies to change things. It's just one of those things, guys. It's been a poor finish to the season, but I'm hoping next year will be better, and I hope you guys can appreciate that as well. So anyway, guys, if you have liked the video, despite all that, please do drop a like on the video. That'd be glorious. And if you'd like to even more than that, please subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock. And I'll join you guys in the next episode for the final game of the season, away at QPR. Hopefully we'll be nice and cushy by that point. I feel like we are kind of already, but I'd like to see a few more points on the board and maybe just see a little bit more of what that team can do, basically. So I'll join you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.